Ourselves in the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
The room was getting put down by committee there, so haven't seen the spot in the ice yet, but because Brett and Jeff do such a good job of monitoring the paths and trying to get a feel for the ice, they were able to put their heads together and get a good idea, make a good guess for how that rock is going to run. What separates the good teams from the great teams is when it's 4 skips on the ice and all 4 players know what the ice is going to do. They'll set up to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
John was trying to roll another 4 or 5 inches and get it completely lost.
If that first guard, John Schuster's had been tighter to the rings, this would be a much harder shot.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. That's complete to John Ross. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
First carry for Najee Harris.
He gets away from one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Calice.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
We've seen a few misses out in the weeds, especially on the women's and the men's side, either missing the route completely or rolling out at an inopportune time. So I can only assume that it's a little bit challenging out there because that's a
Go Pats go.
Yeah! C'est Zach, ça, j'imagine. Salut, Zach.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Hey! See ya! Tu viens de me faire exactement la même chose, la drive d'avant.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break.
Gros épais, check ça. TD! Oh non! Ah oui! Mais what the fuck, mon line qui a pas bloqué. Mon Titan qui est pas allé bloquer. Parce que c'est un touché. Najee Harris. 70 Timberwolf! Ben oui, à Minnesota, c'est ça notre call. Ben oui, 70 Timberwolf!
Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of
And it's a quarter.
We're scoreless after 1.
Ah oui, checkez ça. MT Lamac Jones.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of
Ah
them
ben non, il s'en vient comme un épée.
from the gun on 3rd down. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
His love of curling just put everyone at ease and had a reach that
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They're going for it.
Najee!
That is over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Yyyooooooooo now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Friends down at the States that get more charity events that I've been down to in LA. They've got a watch party going in LA, Canada, US, and they have a cardboard cutout of John. Just come get your picture taken with John and watch that Canada US game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way.
No shit que tu cours si t'es en Wildcat avec double coup.
Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
C'est un screen ça. Ah non, c'est une course. Steal un jeu à Cook.
Half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run.
Il est pas conservative, il est Bush. Pas la même chose. Madden. Si vous vous demandez en passant c'est quoi le background à côté de moi, c'est le curling. On est en 5e bout Canada-États-Unis. Match passionnant. 6-1 pour le Canada. En voie de marquer 5 points encore. Je vous dirais que le Canada est en bonne posture au curling masculin. Bon club, bon club.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And able to connect. Incomplete.
LOL. LOL. C'est tout ce que j'ai à dire. C'était bien wide open. J'aurais dû y penser, il fait juste lancer ça. Hey, hey. Ah, beaucoup du Canada encore. Canada qui marque 5 points là, avec 5 pierres à lancer au 5e bout. Ils n'ont pas le marteau par contre, mais très très bon. Là, vous êtes en train de vous dire pourquoi tu connais le curling, pourquoi tu écoutes le curling, parce que c'est le fun le curling. Najee. 7-0 leads. Mike 13, Mike 13. Oh boy. Merci d'avoir descendu lui. Oh non, trop de trafic. Oh mais correct. Oh, you got Moss. Je sais pas c'est qui, mais somebody got Moss. Ah, tout le monde était open dans le fond dans ce style route là, ce tracé là. Vieille défensive de raisin sec. Ah. 2 Moss de suite, c'est un peu exagéré.
before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
The fuck? Yo, je te cours ça, là. Salut!
On the give, this is Harris. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. The Vikings gonna
Hey, plus de timeout. C'est-tu plate?
They're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Skull, 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 skull.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this is, oh my goodness.
Let's go! Quel catch!
For the Patriots. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Quel catch! Oh my god!
He's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than
Pourquoi il s'amuse à sortir de descendre sur safety à tous les jeux, hein? Quelqu'un qui peut m'expliquer ça?
Exactly. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They don't
Let's go, let's go.
play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Si que le Canada est fort au curling, ça n'a pas de sens. Go! Go! Calice. C'est la ligne de 2. You know what we do, baby? Najee time.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it with Harris.
Oh, tu niaises? C'est quoi ce bloc de PD là, Jonnu Smith? C'est-tu une joke?
The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line.
Je suis sur le cul. Je suis sur le cul.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw.
Oh non, calé, je savais que ça s'en venait là. Tabarnak, j'ai trop bougé vite parce que je savais que ça s'en venait là. Oh, j'étais trop excité. Oh là 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 là. Il va faire la même affaire. Oh non, là il court. Oh là là, je savais que ça s'en venait là. Oh, la seule fois je check pas les screens, calice. Le Toulet, Festi, il m'a fait 3. Oh.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Looks very challenging, but
they're going to look to throw. That'll be
un wide screen.
And he'll be brought down.
Il me niaise-tu qui calait sur un wide screen?
The Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Ah, c'est peut-être parce que je sors empty. Bitch blitz. Alright, let's go Matthew, Drew down. Let's go Drew down, your time. Time to shine Drew down.
Second and 11. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
The rock continues to roll down the hill for Team Canada, picking up steam. 7-1 after 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, je suis sûr qu'ils ont un go, man. Oh! Il m'a tellement eu là-dessus. Il m'a eu là-dessus, il m'a eu là-dessus. Chris, je l'avais laissé contrôle par l'ordi, je pense qu'il avait pick, il aurait pick.
Second and 10.
It's a whole new game. Welcome back to Olympic prime time. We'll get back to the cookie in just a moment, but a medal launch tonight for Canada in short track speed skating.
Back to throw again.
Won their semi-final heat and will now...
This caught by Carlson.
Bonne idée de stay in bounds, big. Chris, la bonne idée. La bonne idée, toi. Wouhouhou.
He'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Thanks.
By Joe Williams.
Woo!
The Pats are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
After that, I had Fred, speed skater, in Lieutenant started getting threats. Her Instagram and Twitter accounts showed menacing comments.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
After, and I got kind of confused with my memories, but I was really scared. I didn't really understand what happened.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself
right
now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken
Both first down.
36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ça, on va essayer un jeu à la Vignola. Juste pour que... Bon. Bizarre de course, mais c'est correct.
Second down, Jones, and that one going to be off target and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Jones. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
That's it, gros moss.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook...
Oh non! C'était tellement open! Oh là 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 là. C'était tellement open. Ça va me sortir en fucking man-up 3D comme un esti taré. Quelle épée! Ah, tabarnak, c'est quoi ça, si?
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down.
Merci.
Have his running back, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It's La Mac Jones time! La Mac Jones!
Just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Je m'excuse, je suis vraiment plate à regarder le jeu aujourd'hui. C'est fucké ce qu'il me fait. Puis Chris, c'est laid. Oh, plaqué de lacet. Quel plaqué de lacet.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over with the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
And by the time Mark was far more consistent than the rock throwing machine was. He was, getting it within the tolerance by 98% of the time, which was insane.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
So, Mark, just let me do it. Mark threw almost every stone in that entire rock sweeping side.
Yyyooooooooo now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The intent was that Mark and Brad Gusher would be throwing a number of the stones in that one. Actually, that's right when Brad hurt his hip, and he was unable to turn.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change?
That's it. Gros pass. Hey, let's go.
Urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's it. Direct dans mon blitz. AJ Terrell sack.
Wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Mark can instantly, we're not going to like that result.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
That's the commentator's curse, I believe. Saying how good Mark was, and this is of course.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away. And
No.
incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They want to be able to use that rock to count to score multiple score. So they're going to have to address these 2 yellows in the race.
Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
It's not necessarily a must-hit situation.
And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Jones.
Crise de chanceux.
And they get there and bring him down.
Ouf.
Coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Jones, off play action.
Décalisse. Je l'ai jamais vu.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, Cook. That's Ruben Foster in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Have been doing so for almost 10 years, and they donate anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 to.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Thousands of kids.
That's it.
And it's picked up by the Patriots.
That's it.
It's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover.
Quel mauvais jeu de ne pas slide.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Avoid setting up a pocket.
They go play action here on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. New England on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jones.
La Mac Jones! C'est comme ça qu'on court avec son QB, faut que tu slides.
And he is able to pick up the first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh,
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good position.
my bad.
Picked off. And the Vikings
Greedy bitch.
in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion.
Oh, si t'avais un pick 6 si tu checkais, Chris.
A bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through.
Le quitte pas avec 1 minute et demie, là.
Perfect. Great job. Nothing you should do with that. Brad Gucci said they can come in off that left-hand yellow for 3 if they throw a guard.
Quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Cook.
Mais quel mauvais jeu.
Yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Ben de poche.
Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way?
Oh, décalisse. Décalisse qui pique ça.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Makes a pay. A score of 3 in the 6th inning. Canada leads this 7-4.
Il a vraiment pris un time-out. Mais quel épais!
Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for the Patriots, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Delivered. In 6 with a shot for 3.
Well, both teams brought their alternates in. That's usually a sign the game's almost over. It's not. There's a bit of work to do now for Team Canada.
That's right. John Schuster made a phenomenal quarter rock in-off. And that was available for 3 points because Team Canada left their draw just a couple feet short. They underswept it, and out of nowhere, Team USA has 3 on the board, and this game has gotten interesting. Team Canada won't be happy with that just because they have phenomenal sweeping, and they've been seeing the pass very well throughout the course of this game, and it just surprised them a little bit how the Rocks suddenly stopped. But with the hammer here in the 7th end, important just to make sure that they score. Still in control of this game, and this is the part of the game where the mental toughness is going to come into play, and just important to make sure that they score here.
Right, and listen, 3 up with the hammer is still a great spot to be. That was a nice freeze, though, from Matt Hamilton. The scoring area is quite tight.
U.S. is downright jovial right now. You hear a lot of stuff going on. There's a bit of gamesmanship. I think they want Canada to hear just how loose they are.
Well, the one thing to say is that they're always like that when they're playing freely. So it's not nothing intentional to Brad. It's just a question of just playing with more with found money right now. This is an error though from Plyce. Did not want to bring that rock into the rings. So blast this on the nose, and you might get rid of actually all 3. You see that yellow lined up close to the backline.
Nichols right down the line. Mark Kennedy sweeping.
And that was much needed for Team Canada. Really well done.
Just an excellent display of that accuracy with the peel weight shot from Mark Nichols. So Canada will be very happy now that the scoring area is open right up again.
Both teams 2-2.
So that was an error on the sweeper's part for Team USA. If they had told John Schuster that the weight was as heavy as it was, they could have swept that for line and used the rock in the back of the rings and come down and frozen to it. But instead it curls by. Not a bad result though. That could have been disastrous.
going to chip the yellow that was just thrown and roll in behind. Hit that far yellow. Doucey's going to have to be forced to draw for one. So the mindset has completely changed here for the U.S. We need to hammer back 8. That's what John Schuster's saying. That should do the trick. Get the force for John Schuster. So as loose as
Customer service, you can bet in Ontario on the sports you love. BetRivers.ca. It's a whole new game.
Take it all in. Show up early. Stay late. Live your passion. Get out. Get in. Do more. Pull. Get the bag. Keep one packed. Don't put it off. Because when we make it count, we rise higher.
Look with your legs, people! I want all this stuff shrink wrapped by Yyyooooooooo. End of day.
What's her deal?
She told the Roethlisberger just how she wanted. Extra hard sauce. Now she thinks she's in charge of everything.
Take me up, forklift guy!
Isn't she the trainee?
You guys look so tiny!
Chance takers, playmakers, tacticians, electrifiers, the guts, the go-tos, game changers. Stream every NFL, Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League game. Your sport, when and where you want. Designed, changed. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
You can dream as a price. Stardust is fun, but East Guard doesn't get noticed.
Not good enough for that.
I'll make my own.
Right, so U.S. driven by 4, Canada line of 2, U.S. with hammer.
Unconventional setup for this end from the lead rocks for Team USA. Canada placed their 2 rocks in the house. Team USA electing to throw 2 guards in the center. Team USA using the Team Canada rocks as for coverage, with Matt Hamilton making a very nice job on the back of the rings, fully buried.
Canada will try to bail here a little. Very nice double peel there from Mark Kennedy.
I would imagine Mark Kennedy hasn't thrown very many peels during his nighttime practice.
No, we almost always throw draws to match the stones.
Having been here since the mixed doubles trying to get a read on these rocks for Team Canada. May not have thrown a peel for a month at this point. Great result from Mark Kennedy. Nice cover out by Matt Hamilton.
2 around the middle. Fantastic shots. This is a very unusual situation down the middle here. But 2 phenomenal draws by Matt Hamilton. This reminds me of the Mark Dacey Breyer win back in 2004. Went around 2 it in there to protect a little bit of that top yellow. Not going to get there.
The other challenge of having a lead so early in the game. Team Canada, a big steal of 4 in the second end. They've been playing a very open game, making sure that there aren't too many opportunities for scoring multiple. So Mark Nichols not throwing many draws this game.
Freeze on the yellow stone at the top of the forefoot. If you can lock it on, there won't be a hit available for Canada. So we're curling. So the issue for the U.S. is that they can't get that shot stone in one throw. So, Brett Gushu changing gears. Full run. Another guard. I don't think this is the end he had envisioned, certainly.
Yes, you're throwing a guard when you're up 4 is unexpected, but this strategy from the American team is extremely unexpected. That was not the way to miss that freeze attempt for Team USA. Trying to get this rock a little closer to center.
Don't leave it forward up the middle. That was the goal there, so that's a great shot. So yellow, red onto the top. Yellow is the call.
Flies at 77% of the game. Hammers it on the sweep. Brought back and misses.
Just busts by that situation out front. So close to so good. John Schuster has brought his numbers up considerably. Really, the only one, he missed 2 shots in the second end, but he's really made pretty much everything else otherwise. I think Brian Hughes is considering trying to figure out how to get into that forefoot right there. But the each way, of course, you run a guard, leave a double on that yellow, so you could. So they're going to guard the red. And taking the red-yellow combination up the middle would leave 4 reds in the rings. And 1 lonely yellow Canadian stone. So Goose is trying to figure out a way to not allow that to happen. The guard's tough shot for Skip. They don't throw them very often.
On this one, right out of his hand.
Gotta go and get it over. Very nice.
There's a sweeper in that scenario when a high bar is being thrown. You always want to be a little, you want to oversweep that rock. The undersweep is not okay. You know, Mark Kennedy apologizing to Brad for sweeping it maybe a couple feet too far, but that's you have there on that side of the super the 8th end. So sometimes we see the ice get a little bit slower, and you just cannot run that risk of leaving that rock short.
Yellow, red, red, yellow. John Schuster's hoping to save his shooter well to the right. Leave himself a long angle raise.
Water rocks on move here. Schuster. Yellow, red, through, yellow, yellow.
A little bit unlucky there, actually. Canada line 2. And what Gushu's going to have a look at is to see whether or not there's any shot to get rid of both yellows. They're going to call the timeout and check out all the angles. Just have to find a way.
So Team Canada opting to get another yellow in the rings, hoping to get third shot.
Yeah, the concern is the far left-hand yellow, as they're looking at whether they can make all 3 yellows disappear. And Brad Bush does not think they can. So they're going to hit and roll off the wide one. The best start is another one in play in this case.
Gushu's milestone this end. You heard the discussion. Hit and roll is the plan.
And that helps a lot. I don't think they can get them all now. That's a sigh of relief for Team Canada. I'd like to have had that stop right in the corner of the 4 foot a little bit better, but they're line 3. I think it's okay, what he said. What a crazy end. John Schuster makes that run back, or Chris Kleiss makes that run back. Would have been extremely nervous times for Canada.
When Chris Kleiss made his first freeze on the rock on the top of the 4, but he came up a little late and opened the door for Team Canada.
Draw for 1 and collect a sigh of relief from Team Canada, no doubt. Good call, Joanne.
Drawing against 3 here.
They've got lots of backing.
country to celebrate something so historic. We believe that we are the best at what we do, and that people turn to us to cover big events like no one else. That is the power of SportsCenter.
We don't pick that up yet. What are we doing, Bill? Filling the rink. For winter. These winter sports will never catch on. You'll see. One day people will watch with the best TV service, best wireless network, and best internet technology. Beating Team Canada directly to their smartphone, laptop, TV, or tablet. Different kind of tablet.
What if you could get more out of every day? Here's an idea. With RBC Vantage, your bank account unlocks more savings and rewards than ever before, like earning rewards points with RBC, or getting up to hundreds of dollars in savings every year on the brands you love. So you can score all those benefits and more, effortlessly. Kind of like that. Unlock powerful benefits every day with RBC Vantage.
Chance to put this one away now. With hammer up 8-5, Jeff Walker made a spectacular tick shot on his first. Not so spectacular on second.
That was the proper way to miss it, though. Didn't want to be wide and tough that red rock into the ring. So the way to miss it was on the inside with plenty of weight. Placing these guards off the center line in order to Jeff Walker look at a different path for those ticks.
So the score at the break was 7-1. Now 8-5.
The important thing for Team Canada and Team Blue Show is just to make sure that they score at this end. We're still in a great position on the scoreboard. Team USA, a little replace this high bar for a few more stones, I imagine, before they bring the clay into the house.
Too close to the other red. Peel this off, and they know eventually. Nice double. They know eventually Schuster's is going to go around the middle here. Scoring one is enough for Canada. They don't need. They won't need any help from the U.S. to win this one in 10.